everyone's fallen in love with Animal Crossing New Horizons, but whether you're brand new to the franchise or a seasoned villager, it can always be useful to get a little helping hand as you adapt to life on your deserted island. We'll start off with the basics, but feel free to skip ahead if you're looking for the more advanced stuff. Please consider subscribing if you find any of this useful. These are some of the best tips and tricks that we've pulled together for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Just like in real life, one of the first things you'll need to master is how to move properly. You will have undoubtedly figured out how to walk around with the control stick, at least we'd hope so by now, but you can also run by holding the B button. Sprinting will get you around the island faster, but it runs the risk of trashing your flowers and scaring off any bugs. To make catching those critters easier, you can tilt the stick slightly to tiptoe, or hold down A with your net equipped to tiptoe by default, no matter how far you tilt the stick. When it comes to choosing your net, or any of your other tools, we'd really recommend picking up the tool ring as soon as you can, as it makes switching between them a lot easier. In the meantime, or afterwards if you prefer, you can also press left and right on the D-pad to cycle through the tools in your pockets. They'll cycle through in the order that they are in your inventory, so it can be handy to arrange them in an order that you'll remember so you can quickly find the one that you need. You can rearrange stuff in your pockets by holding A to select an item and then just choosing the slot you want it to trade places with. Any new items you pick up will go in the first available space reading left to right from the top down. Keeping your inventory well organised will come in handy when it comes to separating any key items or crafting materials you want to keep hold of from the ones you're pawning off on Timmy and Tommy for those sweet bells. Speaking of crafting, it's a really fun mechanic in the game, but as you can only craft one item at a time, it can get rather tedious, especially if you're whipping up a whole bunch of stuff. Luckily, by mashing the A button, you can get your villager to become the world's fastest carpenter, getting those wooden beds and simple wardrobes knocked out in double quick time. This works for customization too. Last one on the basics front, but you can press R when you're talking to Timmy to view more items, including medicine in case you get stung by a wasp. This may seem blindingly obvious, but we've heard from too many people who completely missed this at first, so we thought it was worth mentioning just in case. Speaking of wasp stings, there is a surefire way to avoid being stung by them. Approach the tree from the bottom with your net equipped and press A to shake. The wasp's nest will drop and your villager will automatically turn to face it. All you have to do then is quickly tap A and you'll bag yourself a little nuisance. 5 nests will spawn each day, and wasps sell for 2,500 bells each, 3,750 if you sell them to Flick, so it's well worth practicing this one daily. Hitting rock should also be high up on your daily chore list, as you can get crafting materials and bells from doing so. Each rock can yield up to 8 items if you get the timing right. The trick to that is to avoid missing any hits or getting knocked too far back. So, if you dig a couple of holes that effectively trap you in a corner, you can proceed to spam A to get the maximum amount of goodies on offer. Be careful you haven't just eaten when you're doing this though, as if you have some stamina saved up, you'll smash the rock to bits. If you do have some excess stamina you need to get rid of, go to the loo. No, we're not kidding. Sitting on the toilet will get rid of any stamina you have in reserve, meaning you can mine for those iron nuggets with a little peace of mind and an empty bowel. Finally, you may well have spotted a few shining spots floating around where you can dig up bells. Don't fill in the hole though, because if you rebury the money, in a few days you'll triple what you buried via your very own money tree. You can even bury 10,000 bells to amass a huge fortune in no time at all. And that's all we've got. We hope you found some of this useful, and let us know down in the comments if you've got any other cool tips and tricks that we may have missed.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, check out some of our other videos, and visit thenintendovillage.com, your home for everything Nintendo.